Hey, what's happening? Jason Woodland here again with Always the Journey TV. I'm ultra excited to jump right back into the mix here the day after Thanksgiving. Today we're doing interview number 19. So we are moving right along. We're getting some really fun traction, and there's been a lot of people that have been reaching out via text and phone saying that they've been enjoying these interviews. So again, thank you very, very much for the support and spending time to learn about all these wonderful businesses. This morning's soundtrack is Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I absolutely love this band, have for many, many years, and love to throw them on when I'm taking a shower and getting the day ready. And then also wanted to give a local business shout out to Brownies, Brownies, Brownies. They're located in Sugar House over at 1751 South, 1100 East, and they are extremely yummy. My wife and I took off down there, I don't know, maybe a month or so ago, and we did some takeout and sat in their parking lot and enjoyed some really fun, unique flavors. So definitely go and check them out. But anyway, today I'm extremely excited to be interviewing a very dear friend, Diane Sheya. She is definitely the chef extraordinaire, and we're going to be able to talk to her a lot more in detail about what her business is all about. So Diane was born and raised in Salt Lake City. She grew up on the East Bench, on the top of 3300 South area. And a fun piece of trivia, where that Smith's Marketplace is located, used to be a drive-in movie theater called Motorview. And I love the whole concept of drive-in theaters. It's a lot of fun. So whenever you're at that Smith's, you can remember that place used to be a drive-in movie theater. So anyway, Diane has been married to her husband, Rich, for 46 years. They have two amazing, creative, brilliant, and successful children, Melody and Cameron. You can't tell that she loves her children enough. So I love that. That's great. She also has two grandchildren, Jack and Lily, who, of course, are the cutest and smartest in the world. They live in Salt Lake with their parents, Melody and Jack. Diane is a co-founder and actually co-owner and founder of Salt Lake Culinary Education, also known as Slice, that was acquired back in 2013, so over 7 years ago. Former culinary director of the Viking school, cooking school in Salt Lake City. She also taught cooking classes at Sur La Table. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly again. I've only been to the store 20 times. But anyway, and also Orson Gygi, Macey's grocery store, and in many home kitchens throughout Salt Lake City and the Park City areas. She's taught home cooks all about cooking with fresh herbs since 1998 in her home. And her license plate is Herb Chef, spelled HERBCHF, or as Eddie Izzard would say, Herb, because it is spelled with an H. Now, of course, if you haven't seen that particular stand-up, check it out. You'll get a kick out of that. And then Diane is 8.5 years cooking. She spent 8.5 years cooking on Fox 13's Live at 11 NewsHour. So without further ado, please allow me to introduce my dear friend, Diane Sheya. What's happening?
Good morning, Jason.
Good morning to you as well.
Happy day after Thanksgiving.
Yes, thank you. And you too. So my Thanksgiving, I had spaghetti marinara with added fresh garlic.
Nice. Well, this year you can have anything that you want.
Exactly. Well, plus we bought one of those. We've got pumpkin pie, all the traditional stuff, and it was just my wife and I and our 3 dogs. So it was a nice, relaxing time.
Did the dogs eat the pumpkin pie?
No, but they without a doubt would have. Yeah, I shared some of my garlic bread with them, though.
Nice.
So Diane, what's going on? I see you're down at your shop currently.
We are. It's the day after Thanksgiving. We're closed for the weekend. We had a very busy 3 days this week, so I thought this would be a great time to show everybody the big kitchen in our school. When nothing is happening, usually this is a big hustle bustle place every day.
I can only imagine. It looks amazing. I've been down there, I think only one time before, but was thoroughly impressed. So, I mean, right out of the gates, Diane, let's talk about what inspired you to do what you're doing all to begin with.
Oh, gosh. Really just a passion to get people excited to cook. Many years ago, I sold Pampered Chef, and great products. I still love them today. But when you'd go do a party, you'd have all of these people in somebody's living room or kitchen, and I'd say, how many people like to cook? And maybe one person would raise their hand. And so I guess, all right, everybody's here for the food, right? And that just kept going on and on and on. And I thought, why am I doing this? Why am I selling people things to go in their kitchen and they don't even like to cook? So that was a pivot for my life, and just happened to be a good opportunity to enter into the culinary teaching arena. And so here I am.
That is awesome. Okay, so you said that this has been around for over 7 years. Is that correct?
Yeah, we celebrated our 7th anniversary this past June.
Wonderful. Well, happy 7 1/4 birthday.
This year is all 7 years, all in this year.
Exactly. Oh, that's awesome. So, Diane, tell us more specifically about the business itself. So, yeah, just all the details. What does that look like?
We are a cooking school that does many things for many people. We have recreational cooking classes, which means people like you and me can come to a cooking class. You can bring your date. You can have a date night. We have junior chefs from 9 to 14 come and learn, and it's all hands-on cooking. We really believe that if you don't have your knife in your hand and someone is there to guide you along, it makes it a lot more difficult to learn those skills. So recreational cooking classes for up to 12 people. And then we have private events that businesses can book a private event for team building, maybe some friendly competition, things like that, cocktail parties, recognition for employees or clients, things like that. Tons of fun for businesses to do that. And then our big thing that we do is a 12-week professional certification course. So this course is meant primarily to get people ready to enter into the culinary arts or further their skills in the culinary arts so they can move up the culinary ladder, so to speak.
Oh, wow. Okay, amazing. So there's two main aspects to the business. The one is where people can come in and actually do live classes. And those classes, of course, is going to be both functional and entertaining, so they can see how something is made, but it's also just a fun event. And then also the certification, which is extremely important. And tell me more about who that certification really caters to.
Interestingly enough, it's about a good 50-50 split between people who want to go into the culinary arts and a home cook that just wants to elevate their game. They want to be the best. They want to be knowledgeable. They want to know what the science is behind their baking. They want to be able to not rely on a cookbook. They go to their pantry and go, what can I have for dinner tonight, and make something extraordinary.
Okay, interesting. So it's not just the person that's going to go into work for a restaurant or start a restaurant or work at a hotel or something. You're saying that a good percentage of those people are just normal people that just want to know exactly how to navigate a kitchen and make amazing different types of foods, right?
That's right.
Okay. Okay, well, that's really good for my viewers to see, because that the person that is maybe passionate about food but doesn't care about going to work in the food business can still come to you. They can learn all aspects of the kitchen and how to cook and all those details. I'm assuming that part of that certification, do you guys also train on how to properly use utensils and how to properly clean and those types of things as well?
Yes, our certification end of it is through the American Culinary Federation. And so we have to abide by guidelines. We have to have a certain amount of hours that we teach, and they have to have a certain amount of hours of sanitation, knife skills, besides all of the fundamentals that are taught in our course. So they can come to the end of our course, and they have the option. You don't have to take the test. But to pass the test, you need to have all of those skills in order to pass it.
Okay, cool. So for the person that, let's say, wants to go work at a high-end restaurant, in Deer Valley or Las Vegas or Manhattan or whatever, this certification will help them get in the door. Is that correct?
That's right. And it might even help them get a higher wage. It might help them not start in the dish room.
Yeah.
They can start a little bit further up, but it is a nationally recognized certification so that if they earn it here at Slice, then and they move to Maine, that certificate follows them and they can take that to their job interview.
Okay, awesome. I love that. And from what I also understand, Diane, you guys are doing weekly meal kits at this point in time too for people. Is that correct?
We are. That was a COVID-19 pivot. So we started that back in March when restaurants had to close. And so our meal kits follow our mission of culinary education. So it wasn't just you come and get your meal kit, open it up and eat dinner. You got your meal kit and you open it up and you cooked your dinner. So we brought all of those elements to your kitchen from ours. So those have been pretty successful. We're going to take a little hiatus in December and move to things like boxed chocolates and caramels and things like that you can give friends and neighbors and coworkers and that kind of thing.
Okay, well that's exciting because I'm a cookie and candy champion, so I'll definitely be hitting you up for some of that.
Awesome. All made right here in this kitchen.
That is awesome. So do you want to maybe just do a little bit of pointing about what you've got behind you so my viewers can get an understanding what your kitchen is all about?
Yeah, directly behind me, let's see.
I know it's all backwards.
You see a bunch of ovens over there. And we've got 7 ovens. We've got all of the equipment and spices and dishes and stand mixers and everything that anyone can possibly use in the kitchen, pots and pans and everything. We've got 5 cook surfaces in back of me so that there's plenty of room and all of the cook surfaces are facing each other. So it's very interactive. So our chef instructor can be on one end and talking to the whole group. So it's very, very well designed.
Oh, wow. That is extremely cool. And this is all obviously commercial grade kitchen that that people can really learn hands-on how to navigate in a commercial kitchen setting too, if they're going through that certification. Is that right?
That's right. Except our equipment here is the high-end Genair equipment. So it is home equipment.
Oh, cool.
But it's on the high end. Yeah.
Yes, that's awesome. Okay, cool. So, and then if someone were to come down, let's say there was like 5 couples, and obviously let's just play like this COVID situation is not existing.
Please.
They can call, they can schedule a time, and they can literally sit there with the chef, make the things as the chef is making them. Is that right?
That's right.
Okay, that's really fun. All right, cool.
So we have all kinds of fun equipment like pasta dough rollers that go on our KitchenAid. So we've got all the fun little tools that you're going to go home and go, I want one of those. I got to have one.
Yes. Okay, that is awesome. So tell me about geographic locations. So what geographic locations do you really focus on working with people in?
Geographic locations really go from Ogden to Provo to Willa to Park City. We actually have a lot of people that come down for classes and private events from the Park City area. For our professional courses, we have the same geographic area. Although we've had people come from Wyoming, they drive down. We've got one student that is coming for our March semester from Alaska. So she's going to move down here for 3 months and take our 12-week course here.
That is way cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that is great. Okay, so technically, if someone's willing to travel, obviously you'll be able to work with anybody.
That's right. Interestingly enough, we are one of a handful of cooking schools in the United States that has the American Culinary Federation, the ACF, approval for an accelerated program. So here in Salt Lake, we have UVU and Salt Lake Community College that are a 2-year program. and you can still get that ACF certification, but we are an accelerated program.
Oh, wow. So someone could really get through your program. How long did you say it was again?
12 weeks.
12 weeks. Okay. So if someone's even wanting to sort of, figure out something within their career, they can add that with just 12 weeks and they're good to go.
Exactly.
Amazing.
So a lot of people in this current semester, we've got 9 people going through the semester right now. And they're using the COVID as a great opportunity to build new skills within them in 12 weeks. So they'll be done in February.
That is great. And of course, when things start bouncing back to normal, they've got that certification. They can go anywhere they want in the country and be like, hey, look, I've got this, I'm well versed in this background here. So
that's right. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Cool. So Diane, what does your sort of perfect client, or what does a really good referral look like for your business? So if someone were to see this video and they're like, hey, you know what, either I want to become part of this, or I've got someone where I could refer, what does that person look like to you?
For the 12-week certification course, it can be anywhere from somebody who's just stepped out of high school.
Okay.
We've had people give Christmas presents as a gift.
Oh.
All the way up to we've had people in their 60s come because they just want to learn more. But for our recreational classes, it's anyone who wants to have fun in the kitchen, who wants to learn a little bit more. The junior chef stuff that TV has brought has given kids really a great knowledge of cooking, and so we offer that hands-on for them so that they can learn a lot more. We don't dumb down the recipes. We put a sharp knife in their hand. We teach them how to be safe with it, how to be safe around the heat of the ovens and the stoves, and they really are quite smart kids.
Wow, that is way cool. It's funny because I've never personally had an interest in watching cooking shows, but that I think it's the Great British Cooking Show, or do you know what show I'm talking about?
Yep.
So my wife and I love to watch that, and it's funny because I'm of course more excited to watch the desserts being made, just because I'm a dessert type of character. But it's so fun, and the thing is, if you do not understand what you're doing in a kitchen, it can be disastrous.
Yes.
So I mean, you're not only serving a very important purpose in terms of, obviously, cleanliness in the kitchen and being able to make really great food and so forth. But I mean, I mean, from a safety standpoint as well, I mean, you guys are really hitting on all cylinders, because you can really have some damage in a kitchen if you don't know what you're doing.
Yes. And we have very sharp knives, and you get close to that edge and somebody's going to get cut. So.
Well, and I've also seen that show, I think it's called Nailed It, a couple of times. And the end product is like, it's just a disaster. And so it's really important to have that step-by-step understanding, that more classical style training. So when you step into that kitchen, you're doing good. So, okay, that is very good to know. So, I mean, it really runs the gamut. Anybody who's passionate about food, wants to learn how to cook food, navigate a kitchen, work with others in a kitchen, because that's also going to have its own dynamic. That's good. Yeah. So Diane, how do potential clients get a hold of you, whether it be for events or the certification class? Like, what's the best ways there?
Our website contains all of that information. So we are at sliceutah.com. There we go. And so they can click on I want more information. They can give us a call, and we'll give them all their information. You can come in for a facility tour, and we can explain and answer all your questions.
Okay, that's great. So as we move into, plus you're on Instagram, you're on Facebook.
Yes. And
definitely follow them on both Instagram and Facebook. They actually do things on their social platforms. Sometimes, businesses, it looks like a ghost town for 7 months, and then they post something and then it disappears. But their Instagram is a lot of fun to follow. So be sure to follow them there. They do a lot of fun Instagram stories. They do a lot of video regarding like making food and sort of like navigating their fun kitchen. So yeah, good stuff there. So as we move to a wrap up here, Diane, I like to ask my interviewees what your favorite quote, what your favorite song, or both is.
It's so hard, but right now, because of Thanksgiving, my mind is always around food. It's usually around food anyway, but my superhero in the culinary industry is Julia Child. And one of her quotes is, "People who love to eat are always the best people." And that's really true, because we like to break bread with people, and there's a connection there. But I'm tying that to another quote, and I can't tell you who this is from, but it says, "If you aren't up for a little magic now and then you shouldn't be in the kitchen cooking, because when you're cooking, magic can happen."
Nice. That is really cool. I like that. Now, for fun, I'm going to throw in just one more question, because you and I both love live music and love getting out there. What is one of your favorite live music venues in Utah?
Hands down, Red Butte.
Isn't Red Butte great?
Yeah, we have really missed it this year. We're there for many concerts during the summer, and it's just the highlight of the summer.
So when I saw you at the last concert that I saw you there, which one was that? Was that Seal, or was that Howard Jones?
It was probably Howard Jones. Yeah.
Gosh, wasn't Howard Jones amazing?
Yeah.
I love that guy. He's so personable. I mean, he's still on point. He loves his, I was going to say his clients, but I guess technically they're clients, his fans, let's say.
Right.
Yeah, so I took a video of him at that concert and tweeted it, and then he retweeted it, and that was a lot of fun, just to have that sort of camaraderie with him.
Yeah. I can't wait if they put out the schedule in the spring. I'm going to be the first to sign up for as many concerts as I can.
I'm with you 100%, without a doubt.
Yeah.
So this has been great. I sincerely appreciate you coming on the show, Diane.
Thanks, Jason. I really appreciate it. It was fun.
Absolutely. Well, thanks again. I'm going to have you hang tight in the green room for a few moments, and so I can wrap this up. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So there you have it, my friends. Check out Diane Sheya over at Slice. They do all kinds of really amazing things, but the two big things that you can check them out for is the certification class, which is extremely important if you want to learn how to navigate a kitchen and make all kinds of really fun food. They're the place to go. And then also, if you're looking to do any kind of events, obviously check with them for any kind of COVID rules or restrictions during this time. But when things lighten up, either way, check with them. They do all kinds of stuff. You can go down there for date night. You can go down there with your, 40 or 50 people for your company. They do all kinds of amazing events. Their food is great, and they do all kinds of fun stuff. And these guys also, they're just good people. So they're fun to work with and hang out with and talk with and that kind of stuff. And their customer service is impeccable. So there you have it. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel. It would be a real pleasure to have you. And again, thanks for tuning in. Throw us a thumbs up. Give us a comment if you have any questions. I'll be sure to jump right on that and answer any questions you have. And then, of course, I know Diane will as well. So thanks again for joining us, and you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Take care.